Why do parents break rules with their children? Well, there's a number of reasons why this happens, and in today's video, we're going to go through some of these things. So, because the parents break the rules, it causes a lot of confusion between the children. They don't know who to follow. Do they follow mum or do they follow dad? Who has the final say? So, through this process, there's a lot of conflicts that can arise. Then you got different parenting styles, approaches to each and every single situation. So one parent might be shouting, the other one might just talk calmly, or some of the kids might not take one parent seriously and the other one seriously. There's so many different types of approaches that take place, and each approach is not always the ideal. Then you've got other factors such as stress levels from each of the spouses. One of the spouses might be more stressed than the other. They may be feeling fatigued, and just lack of being consistent because of all the stresses that they're going through. And as time goes along, the dynamics of the family changes. The children, they grow up, then you'd have to treat them differently. Once upon a time that you said no to one child, and then as they're growing up, that no becomes a yes. And then the other children see what's going on and they think, hang on a second, there's a contradictory in the rules. What's happening here? They're unaware of what's going on in terms of the dynamics. And then what commences from this is a communication breakdown. The partners, the spouses don't discuss rules together. And another contributing factor to this is external pressure, when especially you got other people coming into the mix of things, such as family, friends, saying comments like, you shouldn't be parenting like that. That's a bit too harsh, don't you think? So
Yeah,
their influences can have a direct impact in terms of how you set rules and boundaries in your relationship with your children. And the thing is this, there's no consistency in the rules. So where do you draw the line? Mahbub, after going through this list, what can you suggest to us as fathers to take heed? How can we improve this situation? Mahbub, I've actually gone through so many stages and phases of the things that you've just mentioned, and what I found that works best for me is this. It's about trial and error. You will make mistakes. It's inevitable. It's all a part of the growth, the learning, and the most important thing is two things: that both spouses commit to growth, to learn, and to acknowledge, yes, there will be mistakes made. We can't take things personally, and we have to find a solution for the situation. So it's, again, like I've just said before, about trial and error. But the most important thing is to support one another. How? So I'll give you an example. When it comes down to rules, have core rules and boundaries that both of you agree upon.
I hear what you're saying, bro. I hear that.
You see what I'm saying, Mahbub? So the other thing is this, and to back up the core rules and boundaries is to also establish clear consequences with those rules. So if they do get broken, there is consequences. And believe it or not, what I found from personal experience is when I'm involving the children into setting boundaries and rules, because then that way they feel respected. They feel as if they're a part of something, rather than it's the parents against the children. No, we're all trying to figure this puzzle out together. We're not against each other. We're just trying to work with each other. So it's important actually to involve the kids in the disciplining process. So say, for example, to explain to them, give them the reasons and help them to acknowledge what their behavior is doing that can cause an impact on their brothers and sisters or other members of the family, to educate them in a positive way rather than screaming and shouting and yelling. So that's one way of managing the situation. And the other thing as well is, it's important to know, is to remain consistent. It's like training. Communication is something that needs to be consistently practiced. It doesn't matter, even if you cannot communicate the first time, keep trying. Look for different ways of approaching and talking to your partner until you work something out.